Give a score prediction for the game on Sunday. Lions hosting the Buffalo Bills. Let's get this thing started. Some stuff to discuss here in today's show. We're going to go over the Detroit Lions versus the Buffalo Bills. Quick preview and prediction for the game, as this is a huge, huge game, and you're going to see the implications as if the Lions were to win, what it means for seeding and all that, because that's what we're going to get into as well, is the, where are the Lions predicted in percentage of seeding for winning the NFC North as well. All of that in today's video. We're also going to give you an injury update, as this is probably the biggest news throughout the week and probably for the rest of the season is how the Lions injuries are being handled. But let's go ahead and jump into the Lions hosting the Bills really quick. The Detroit Lions are 12-1 hosting the 10-3 Buffalo Bills. Lions are the best offense in football, putting up 32.1 points per game, first in the NFL. But when you look at the defense of the Buffalo Bills, even though they gave up 44 to the Rams, they only allowed, generally speaking, 20.6. That's eighth in the best in the NFL. So it's a really good defense. The Lions defense are only allowing 18 points per game, second best in the NFL. But you look at the Buffalo offense, they're putting up 30.5 points per game. That's second best. This is a very fun matchup. It's going to be a very good game and close here. I think that the Bills will put up over 30 points. I think the Lions in this game, if you want to secure a win, you're probably going to have to go to 37 or above. What is the total over and under and all that? Well, Lions are now favored only by 2 points in this game, so it moved down from a half a point. Again, the game is at 4:25, December 15 in Detroit. And the underdogs here is the Buffalo Bills at +2. And the total and over and under is moved up at 55%. So before I keep going on, the question for you, who do you got winning the game? Put DET if you got the Lions winning game. Put BUF if you got the Buffalo Bills. Let's go ahead and look at Lions defense versus the Buffalo offense. The Detroit Lions defense, points allowed per game, like we stated earlier, is 18. But the offense of the Bills, they're putting up 30.5 second. Again, I fully expect this to be a game where at least Buffalo puts up at least 35 points. Take the over on both. Yards allowed per game, Lions are allowing 318.6. When total yards per game offensively, they're putting up 355, 10th best. I'm going to take the over on the Lions. I would say, I'll take the over as well as total yards. Passing yards per game, Lions defense is allowing 224.7, 23rd best in the NFL, actually went up 2 points from last week. You look at the pass defense of the Buffalo Bills, 243, 8th best in the NFL. Take the over, I would say, on both as well. Rushing yards per game, Lions allowing 93.9. The rushing attack for Buffalo Bills is 125.7. Take the under. The Lions are really good in rush defense. Take the under right there. Now, the turnovers, Bills are +17, first in the NFL. Yes, +17. So this is a game for Detroit. Do not turn the football over. This is how the Bills are really winning, is these turnovers. Lions are 7th best with +7. Still, significant difference there. We cannot turn the football over in this game. Jared Goff in this offense has got to be sound. Sound. Let's switch it up with the Lions offense versus Buffalo defense. Lions are putting up 32.1 points per game, first in the NFL. They're allowing Buffalo defense 20.6. Take the over on both. Yards allowed per game, 394.8, second best in the NFL. Total yards per game defensively given up, 33.2. 332.4. I'm going to go ahead and take the over. I think the Lions will get there. Passing yards per game, 243.8, fourth best. Passing yards allowed, 208.9. Take the over. Rushing yards, Lions are putting up 151, fourth best in the NFL. And the rushing defense for the Bills is 123. Take the over. This is going to be an offensive juggernauted game. This is going to be a game that is going to be... We're going to have to rely on the on the offense in this game. Now, look, we're going to talk about defense in a minute, and there's going to be players slowly coming back and what Aaron Glenn is doing. This is not a knock against Aaron Glenn at all. It's because the Buffalo Bills offense is just great. They're a really good offense. This is a Super Bowl caliber team. This could be a Super Bowl preview, folks. Okay, so if they put up points, when I'm streaming, I already know what's going to happen is people are going to say, oh no, fire Aaron Glenn, this is terrible, blah, blah, blah. Folks, sometimes you run into a team that's very good. just like we are the team that's very good and teams run into us. Sometimes those teams are going to put up points, and I do believe in this case, Josh Allen and that offense is going to put up points. Josh Allen's playing at a really high level this year. He's not turning the football over as he was the last couple of years, and he's being sound. Now, what can be had, though, is their defense, and I do believe the Lions offense, they're going to do what they always do. Plus, we're going to be in the black uniforms, and it's going to give us motivation. Plus, if the Lions win the game on Sunday, it would give them a massive boost for the number 1 seed and the NFC North. And plus, the Lions would like to get revenge from a couple years ago when Buffalo came and beat us. Very close game, if you guys remember. So for my prediction for this game, I got the Detroit Lions winning with a score of 42-37. 42-37. So, after hearing for what I think, what do you guys think? Who do you got winning the game? Lions. If you got them, put DET. Bills, you got BUF. Before we get into the injury news, a quick shout out for the sponsor. Today's show is sponsored by Game Time, the fastest and easiest way to buy tickets to sport events, concerts, comedy shows, or whatever. Their lowest price is guaranteed. That's the Game Time guaranteed. And going to a game is much better than being on the couch. The Lions are hosting the Bills in a big game, 4:25, Sunday at Ford Field. Do you want to find some tickets? Well, our friends from Game Time has a new feature to help you do that. What it does is it filters out all the fluff to give you the best deals on seats, so you're not spending any sort of time wasting looking for deals on tickets. How do you get this feature? Well, go into Game Time, get in your phone, go to the Game Time app, find the event you would like to go to. It will come up in a 3D view. Select the Game Times Picks button on top of the screen and automatically does the research for you, and it filters out all the tickets in the database to give you the best deals and the best seats so you don't spend hours on a bunch of different ticketing sites trying to find the best tickets. You can get exclusive flash deals on tickets for football, baseball, basketball, concerts, and more. And the middle screenshot, by the way, I think it's a fantastic feature of the app. It shows you where your seat is, and in move phone left to right, you can see the surrounding area kind of like a 3D live photo. Also, all pricing is right there for you. No hidden fees at checkout. Take the guesswork out of buying tickets with Game Time today. Want a quick deal? Sign up, put in Chat Sports, and you're going to get $20 off your very first purchase. Again, go to the redeem code section. Put in Chat Sports, and you'll get $20 off your very first purchase. Terms that apply. Got to create an account. Got an email to save that money. The link is going to be in the comment section and description of this video. So if you're buying Lions tickets this year, make sure using Game Time. Download Game Time today. Last minute tickets and lowest prices guaranteed. Also, what's really important for this game on Sunday is injury news. And we're going to talk about the injuries for at least this game, who potentially could be playing. And we're going to look at the forecast of the injuries for the rest of the players as we're preparing for the playoffs. As you know, the Lions already locked up a playoff spot. So for this game, here's some players that potentially could be returning for this game, and this is huge. Levi Onwuzurike, he's just dealing with a hamstring issue. Now, maybe he doesn't make it, but I'm thinking it's more of a 55 to 60% that he does. DJ Reader, I do believe he plays in this game unless there's some sort of setback. But right now, I'd probably put it 60% as well. Ali McNeil dealing with concussion. I 100% believe he plays in this game. I'll go with 100% right there. And Joshua Paschal is kind of in the same situation with DJ Reader and Levi Onwuzurike at about 60%. I do believe these guys will play in this game just from what I'm feeling right now and how things are going. We'll see the injury report. We'll see, tomorrow at 4 p.m. when the official injury report comes out for the game on Sunday. But I expect these guys to at least some of these guys to come back for this game. It's not going to be as bad as it was for the Packers game where we're just completely devastated with injuries. But let's also now talk about the injuries that is affecting for the future, and we got help on the way, and it's good. So here's what's going on for the rest of the players. Alex Anzalone, he's eligible to return next week, and it's potentially he could return next week. But what makes this good about Alex Anzalone eligible to return next week is that he'll be returning before the playoffs. It could be next week or the 49ers game. Alex Anzalone is 2 weeks, at least in my opinion, from returning. Ifutu Melifonwu, he literally could be returning for the Bears game. It could be, again, a Bears and 49ers. So we finally could potentially see him back. That is great. We need him for the playoffs. Remember, he was pivotal, and he can play that Sam linebacker spot. Cannot wait for Iffy to come back. That's going to be massive. We just got to hold the fort down. Ennis Rakestraw eligible to return as well. He should be good to go for the Bears game for sure. Again, he's a backup, but it's so vital to have these guys. Khalif Raymond, 49ers game. Yep, I think that's probably when he will return to 49ers. He'll be here before the playoffs, and what's good last year, we didn't have him for the playoffs. He'll be able to come. Jalen Reeves-Maybin at any time. It could be Bears or 49ers. That's where I expect Jalen Reeves-Maybin. Even though he's a backup, we have a lot of injuries, the linebacking core, so it's going to be great for when he can come back. John Kaminsky eligible to return to the playoffs. We don't know if he will or not. That's just what it is. Aiden Hutchinson, NFC Championship game is his projected return. I've been saying that since he injured himself. Jay Glazer said it as well. Linebacker Derek Barnes, sometime potentially in the playoffs, maybe not. So, folks, who is going to win the game? Lions or Bills? Also, what is your concern with the injury level? 1 through 10. 1 being not concerned, 10 being quite a bit. Let's go ahead and look at the odds for the Detroit Lions in, the NFC, all the divisions and stuff like that. So the NFC North odds right now for the Detroit Lions is 90%. No change right there. The Lions winning the NFC North. If the Lions win the game Sunday, it's going to explode. From DVOA, 91%, ESPN, 87%, Washington Post, 90%. Great odds right there to win the NFC North. You win this game on Sunday, and it's in my opinion, if you win the game on Sunday, you just got to win one more game out of 3 to win the NFC North. Let's go ahead and look at here the Lions' odds to win the number 1 seed. Is 77%. Really good odds right now. DVOA, 80%. ESPN, 74.5%. Washington Post, 74%. Really good odds right now, above average. Again, if the Lions win the game, it's going to explode. So let's look at some of these. What would happen if the Lions win plus Vikings win and Eagles win? Lions will then have 85% for that number 1 seed. Even if the Lions just win, even if all 3 teams win, Lions go up. But this is what we're looking for. A Lions win plus a Vikings and Eagle loss, that would drop it to 89%. That's what the Lions need right now. That would be amazing. We got to root for the Vikings and Eagles to lose, and guess what? They got some tough games. Lions win plus Vikings wins, the Eagle loss, 86%. Lions win plus Vikings loss, Eagles win, 88%. Lions loss, put the Vikings and Eagles win. We still are above 50%, but that takes a hefty fall, 58%. Lions loss, Vikings win, and Eagles loss, 76. Lions lost, Vikings lost, Eagles win, 61. Lions, all 3 teams lose, 86. So, look, the Lions just simply need to win the game, and you take one game at a time. And that's all that's important for this football team. So, in the comments right now, do you have the Lions winning the number 1 seed? I do. With that said, adios.